Hi everybody, I just want to give you a quick intro to Weebly, which is a web creation tool that lets you make a web page, website, and blogs, which you'll use for the exploration for this very first assignment. And don't worry about that quite yet. I'll be introducing that assignment next week. But in essence, you're going to be exploring a subject and writing an essay about that exploration. But we're really concerned with this first assignment, with that process of exploration. You will share it here on Weebly. Okay, with Weebly you're going to create your own web page, and then you'll also be able to create a blog where you share your process as you write. More on that, all of that later on. Don't worry about that right now. But I want to walk you through quickly what this looks like. This week, what I'd like you to do is create your account, copy that into our course site, and I'll show you how to do that as well in just a second. And then just play around with it. Personalize your home page. Make it look the way you want it to look. Play around with the tools so you're comfortable with it, so that next week when I have you doing some brainstorming exercises on here, you'll kind of be up to speed on how the whole thing works. Now, we'll use it for two things. You'll share brainstorming on here. You'll be sharing your thoughts as you write on here, and you'll also be using it to compile the resources you come across as you explore. So links out to them, you can upload documents, you can basically put anything on here you can put on a website. So that's how Weebly is going to work. So this is what the main page looks like, wbtut1.com. There's a link to this in the checklist for this first week. So this works the way it does whenever you start any new account in a website. You use your username, password, and an email. Since this is for Delta, it might as well be your Delta email. Now, you type the two words here to prove you're not a robot. I don't know, if I were an Android, I could probably actually see this and type it, but I think they mean a software robot. At any rate, if you can't read these for some reason, you can listen to them and then type those in, and then click on sign up. Okay, what's that's going to do is take you to a screen where you can create your first site. Now here is my site. It's going to ask me for a name for my site. Now I'm going to write as my name Ray's site. Okay, the next screen is going to ask me to create a domain. Now you're not going to register a new domain because that'll cost you money, so you're going to create a subdomain of wbtut.com. So what you type in here is going to be the address, the URL for your web page. Okay, so this will be important. This is what you're going to copy and paste into the course, and so that we'll be able to come and look over your shoulder as you're working. And everyone in the class will be able to look at each other's web pages. Now, as I mentioned in the checklist, you're creating a public website here. So if you are on the lam from Interpol, if you have a shady past, you've got people who might track you down if you type your name into this domain name, then you probably don't want to write Ray Lucina, who lives in Midland, as your website address. You might want to come up with something a little bit more difficult. 5623 blah blah. It doesn't matter, because I'm never going to have to remember what this says, nor will you. You'll copy and paste it from the URL into your discussion board post where you can get to it. I would still recommend coming with something you might be able to remember. So let me say, let's say my favorite color is green, and the numeric equivalent of green is 903. That's not true, I just made that up. And my mother was born 10/30/44, and my favorite pet was my cat Minnie, who is now 7 years old. Now, if you can remember all that, you're a genius. But at any rate, I've come up with a user domain name here that will not be randomly come across by somebody who's searching for it. The chances of that happening are very slight, and the chances of you having anything on the website that you have to worry about are very slight. But I just want to throw that out for you if you want to be careful. I'm just going to go Ray's development site. So I'll call it my development site because I'm going to play around with this and learn how to use it. So you click on continue, and here's your website. Okay, you can edit the image up here right away. You can click on design and play around with how your site's going to look. Okay, I want you to experiment here. When you come to elements, these are the items that you can drag down onto your page. So if you're going to put in a paragraph, you just drag this down, you get a paragraph, you click here and you get a word processor that will let you edit your paragraph. Okay, to create a link in your paragraph, let's say I want to do a link to YouTube, you would do it like you would in any other document. You type the word you want to link to, you highlight it, and then you come up here, which is where you've got the formatting bar for your word processor. You click on link, and then you can type in the URL to that. Okay. So play around with this. You can upload video. You can do different kinds of forms if you want to. For us, you probably won't need that. You can link out to multimedia, including linking in a YouTube video or a Flickr slideshow directly, Google Maps, all sorts of stuff. What I want you to do this first week is just click around, play around, don't panic, because this is informal. Make this look the way you want it to look. Maybe upload a picture of yourself or a little bit of info, links out to hobbies, whatever. This very first page is just here for you to have fun with. What we'll do later on is add additional pages for the work we're doing on that first assignment. Okay? When you're ready to rock and roll with this, okay, when you've got your site where you're to the point where you're ready to share it with us, then you're going to come up here and click on Publish. Okay? This gives you the link then that you're going to want to copy to our course site. Ignore this again. Yes, Raise Development is available to register. I'll have to pay some money. So I will click on this. This opens it up in a new window. Now let me show you. Give me just a second to do something here. There we go. Let me show you how you copy this down. I'll drag this down here. Here's your URL here. Okay, so this is what has to come into our course site. So just highlight it. You can do edit, copy. You can in Windows right click, copy. In Mac I think you control and then click and it lets you copy. Okay, then you'll come into our course site. That's not our course site, my apologies. I'm in a 213 course there. You'll come into our course site here. Click on discussions or come back to content and find the week 1 discussion stuff that way. Scrolling down here, what's your Weebly? Click on that link. This gets us into our What's Your Weebly discussion board. Click on Compose. Now, here's the only thing I want you to be careful to do. Put your name here, Raise Weebly Site. Okay. What I want you to do is actually make sure the URL is hyperlinked in there. And what that means is I want to be able to click on this and go to your Weebly site. I don't want to just have the code copied in like this and then I have to copy and paste it someplace to use it. So let me show you how to do that. I've got Raise Weebly site here. I want to highlight this, click on the link button, choose URL, and then click in and add my URL. You don't want to have HTTP twice. And insert that. Whoops. It's asking me for that. Okay, so Raise Weebly site. Okay. Now this may look slightly different for you. I believe I might have popped into the teacher view here. Okay, but you will have an option in here to hyperlink, and more or less what you'll be doing is highlighting this, choosing the hyperlink, or typing in the caption once you're in the hyperlink, and then creating a link there. And if you get confused as to how to do this, watch this bit a few times, and then feel free to post to the help forum as well. So now when I post this thing, I click on Post here to post, I can now click on this and go directly to this site. So this will make it very easy for me and for your classmates to pop in and visit your site. Okay, so that's Weebly. Give it a try this week. Have fun with it. Create your site early on so you have some time to play around with it. And as always, come to me with questions.